Gestalt theory was the initial cognitive response to behaviorism. It emphasized the importance of sensory holes and the dynamic nature of visual perception. The term Gestalt means form or configuration. It refers to theories of visual perception developed by German psychologists in 1920s. These theories attempt to describe how people tend to organize visual elements into groups. The six Gestalt principles not only influence perception, but they also impact on learning. Other psychologists like Kirk Lewin expounded on Gestalt psychology. His theory, focusing on life space, adhered to psychology. He said that an individual has inner and outer forces that affect his perception and also his learning. Inner forces include his motivation, attitudes, and feelings. Outer forces may include the attitude and behavior of the teacher and classmates. All these forces interact and impact on the person's learning. Mario Polito, an Italian psychologist, writes about the relevance of Gestalt psychology to education. Principles and techniques derived from Gestalt theory are being applied in a variety of educational settings, and having a focus on a number of broad objectives with respect to teachers' personality, teachers' skills, written curriculum. Initial investigation of the results of this application have noted significant increases in teachers' self-knowledge, sense of personal control, flexibility, and attention to the here and now. Additionally, students in Confluence classrooms have shown significant increases in a number of areas including self-esteem and self-awareness. Principles. The first one is law of proximity. Elements that are closer together will be perceived as a coherent object. This means that when objects we are perceiving are near each other, we perceive them as belonging together. The second law is law of similarity. Elements that look similar will be perceived as part of the same form. In this law, we tend to link similar elements together. The third law is law of closure. The word closure is derived from the word close. In this law, we tend to fill the gaps or close the figure we perceive. We enclose a space by completing a contour and ignoring the gaps in the figure. The fourth law is the law of good continuation. Individuals have the tendency to continue contours whenever the elements of the pattern establish an implied direction. People tend to draw a good continuous line. The fifth law is the law of good brightness. The stimulus will be organized into as good a figure as possible. The figure is perceived as a square overlapping a triangle, not a combination of several complicated shapes. Based on our experiences with perception, we expect certain patterns and therefore perceive that expected pattern. The next principle is figure ground. It stated that every perception is organized into a figure which stands out from a background. We tend to pay attention and perceive things in the foreground first, as stimulus will be perceived as separate from its ground. The next one is insight learning. Gestalt psychology adheres to the idea of learning taking place in the discovery or insight. The idea of insight learning was first developed by Wolfgang Kohler. He proposed the view that insight follows from the characteristic of object under consideration. His theory suggested that learning could occur when the individual perceives the relationship of the elements before him and recognizes these elements and comes to a greater understanding or insight. This could occur without reinforcement, and once it occurs, no review, retraining, or investigation necessarily. Significantly, insight was not necessarily observable by other persons. Therefore, we conclude that Gestalt theory helps us to understand how important it is to know the process of perception, how people process information, reconstruct it, and have an insight on it. Brain is very powerful. Learners are very active in the learning process. This theory also gives us a wide long appreciation of formulating proper objectives, goals, classroom procedures, enhance our mastery of our subject matters in the field of teaching.